So let's go over Putin's grand strategy for destroying the US dollar. I will also point out that of all the world leaders in the world, I would say only Vladimir Putin seems to be strategic, okay? The guy actually is able to think long term and execute with perfect timing. He's a chess player, okay? And he's really the only world leader that's able to think so far ahead and plan so strategically. So let's go over his strategy. Basically, his strategy is very simple. There are lots of different nations that have been sanctioned by the Americans. How can I form a relationship with these nation states in order to create volatility in the world to destabilize global trade and therefore destabilize the US dollar? Okay? Also, there are some nation states that participate in the system but who are not happy about the system. So how can I actually break them away from dependence on America? All right? So these are nations that have been sanctioned by the Americans, including Russia, Iran, okay, North Korea, Venezuela, Syria, Belarus, Myanmar. Okay, so Myanmar is a civil war. Forget about them. Venezuela has been conquered by the Americans. Syria is destroyed. Okay, so basically there are 4 countries left: Russia, Belarus, Iran, North Korea. So these 4 are going to work together in order to destabilize the global order, in order to destroy the American empire. Okay, all right. So the key is Iran and North Korea. Okay, we've already talked a lot about Iran, so today I want to talk more about North Korea. So right now, Russia and North Korea have become very, very close. So last year, this is actually 2 years ago, June 2024, Putin visited North Korea and signed a mutual defense pact with North Korea. This is a very, very big deal, because what a mutual defense pact means is that in the case that North Korea is attacked, Russia must militarily come to the defense of North Korea. If Russia is attacked, North Korea must come to the defense of Russia. Okay? This is a big deal because previously, North Korea had a mutual defense pact with China, signed in 1961. After the Korean War. And so you would think that North Korea doesn't really need Russia because North Korea already has China to protect it. So why is Vladimir Putin signing a mutual defense pact with Kim Jong-un? This is very strange. Okay? Well, I think if we wait a couple of years, we'll know the answer. All right, another thing to keep in mind is that Kim Jong-un has been very supportive of Russia's war in Ukraine. In fact, he sent 10,000 troops to Ukraine. And the thing about the North Koreans is that at first, they're not very well trained. They're not very disciplined. But the thing about the North Koreans is they fight to the end, okay? They have a policy of not surrendering to the enemy. If you do surrender to the enemy, guess what happens to your family back in North Korea? Okay? So the thing about the North Koreans to remember is that, yes, they're poor, they're not technologically sophisticated, but their soldiers are willing to fight to the bitter end. And that's actually the key to winning a war. All right,